Hi, this is Rev Sue from readingsbyrevsue.com here with the Week Ahead Tarot Forecast. And this will be, as usual, an intuitive reading, which means I will have the cards out in front of me. I will pick intuitively, using my senses, which cards the universe has decided are key cards for this week's reading. Keep moving. And let's think of all the things that have gone on in the last week, and think of all the things you're planning for next week, and ask the universe to make those cards known. So I'm feeling for a physical signal from the universe, from the cards. Haven't gotten one yet. Oh, there's the first one. And the second one. Those cards are overlapped quite a bit, so I have to figure out which card is actually calling my attention. Lately, we've only had 3, 4 cards in a reading. This week we have quite a few. Most I've ever had is 9. And this week we have 6. This reading is very contradictory, so let's try to go through it together. There are 6 cards, just so they fit in the shot. I've set them up in 2 rows of 3. It starts with the 10 of Pentacles. Now, the way that these cards have been set up, we can either think that the 10 of Pentacles is related to the 3 of Swords, which makes no sense whatsoever, or we can say that the 10 of Pentacles is related to the Lover's card, and I think that that's the best way to go. 10 of Pentacles is what I like to call the fat and happy card. It is inner and outer wealth. Fat and happy. And that's a reference to the original Rider-Waite-Smith drawing. This, of course, is the Windsong Tarot, so the pictures are different. The Lovers is what's related to that, and that it can be a relationship of any kind, or a joining. I like this picture on the Lover's card in the Windsong Tarot deck because they are dancing, and so if you have ever danced with a partner, especially one that you have danced with often, you develop habits and expectations and a sort of way of communicating non-verbally while you're dancing. And so the relationship that comes out of this inner and outer wealth is that kind of tight relationship, a very close relationship. like I have with you. Yes. I love you, but I need to write. Okay? So go over there. All right. Next is the Three of Swords. And this is indicating that in the next week there will be some heartbreak. Now we just had this inner and outer wealth and the Lover's card showing a close relationship. But then it appears there will be some heartbreak or sorrow. But it also indicates that you will have the fortitude to deal with it. In some decks, fortitude is called the Strength card. So that means to me that it modifies the Three of Swords, that the Three of Swords is not going to be all-encompassing. It's not as potent, for instance, as the Ten of Swords, which is total ruin and destruction. It's just, there may be some disappointment. But whatever happens next week, you will be able to handle it because the Fortitude card has come up. Next, on the top is the Hermit. Now, the Hermit has a number of different meanings. It can mean someone who is actually someone in disguise, and is trying to sneak away from their responsibilities. Or it can be someone who is either going to or coming back from enlightenment. I think because it's followed by the Five of Swords, that it is more likely that it's the first case, that it is someone who is trying to shirk their responsibility. Someone trying to shirk their responsibility by using a disguise. But the Five of Swords shows that that person will be defeated. The Five of Swords is the card of defeat. It may seem unfair, but in this case I think that it is warranted. So it seems like there are 3 issues in the upcoming week. Let me show you the summary for the week of September 29th through October 5th. That's a Friday through a Thursday. There are 3 issues. First of all, a good issue. There is lots of inner and outer wealth in your life. You will have a close relationship. It could be a business partner, it could be a marital partner, it could be a close friend, someone who really knows you well. Sometime in this week there will also be a disappointment or a heartbreak, but you will have the strength to handle that disappointment. And finally, you will encounter someone, perhaps it is you, but it may be someone else in your circle who is trying to shirk responsibility through disguise. So they are actually trying to pretend to be perhaps less able than they really are in order to get, to avoid responsibility, or perhaps they're trying to make it look like it's someone else's fault, and they will be defeated. It definitely shows that with the Five of Swords, that person, hopefully it's not you, but if it is, be prepared for an upset, because behavior will not be tolerated next week, and you'll be revealed to be trying to shirk your responsibility. So don't let that be you. And if it's somebody else, be prepared for that. So all in all, an interesting week, very eventful. I want to keep my thoughts and prayers with those people in Puerto Rico dealing with the horrible aftermath of Hurricane Maria. And I hope that you will join me in wishing them the best of luck. I know that they're getting supplies to the island. It's just getting things distributed. That is the trouble. So anyone with a CDL, please go to Puerto Rico for some work. But that said, I hope you have a great week. Please let me know in the comments how your week went. I love to hear news from my viewers. And if you liked this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. Tell your friends. I'm also on Twitter every day with a very brief 30 to 60 second card reading every day in the morning. And I hope you can check that out. I'm also on Patreon, Facebook, and Instagram. So, thanks a lot for watching. Have a great week.